Today's video is sponsored by Purell for all your COVID needs. Okay, we really have no idea whether this is working or not, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm a little nervous with this. Normally, when we do videos, it's recorded and edited out. All of my stuff gets edited out, so we're going to have some fun today. Hopefully, I can keep it within my boundaries and not embarrass council too bad or my family. So, but we're also we're gonna have some fun, but we're gonna get serious as well. So number one, why we're here today, this whole COVID thing, how it all started, I don't know, but seems as though a bat came in and bit a pangolin thing, and then person ate pangolin, which sounds like it'd be about the similar taste and texture as a saddle. But anyways, it happened, and now here we are, 7 billion people on Earth freaking out and trying to find our way through this. So to the pangolin eater, thanks. So getting a little bit serious now. So as we go through this, you're able to put questions up if you want. We are going to answer them, as many as we can at the end of this, but I'm not going to be 2 minutes. I'm going to be a bit. I got a lot to say, and you guys know how I can get rambling on about certain things. So we will we'll deal with this. Audio, videos, good. Everything's laughing. Thanks to Michelle here from our comms department, who's helping me get this all put together today. We're laughing now. So number one, a massive thank you goes out to all of our healthcare providers. Those individuals that are walking directly into the face of this thing each and every day to keep all of us safe and to take care of us so that this thing doesn't get out of hand on us. And you know, the High River Hospital, I've been in and out of there in the last couple of days, and absolutely everyone that's involved in that building, from the volunteers at the front door, the kitchen staff, the maintenance staff, the unit clerks, the foundation staff, the doctors, nurses, lab techs, x-ray, our chaplain, the maternity ward staff, the health unit downtown here, our home care nurses that are going into people's homes to deal with this stuff. I cannot thank you enough, and it is extremely important that we support these people as much as we possibly can, regardless of what your role is in the whole thing. It's very much appreciated. Another massive thank you goes out to Dr. Dina Hinshaw with Alberta Health Services, our Chief Medical Officer. It's just a fascinating and very interesting thing, and an amazing lesson in leadership to watch how this woman is guiding us through this, and you know, being able to stand there and be as calm and brave as she is being in telling us the information that none of us want to hear and delivering it in the way that she is I can't thank you enough, Dr. Hinshaw, because your words mean the most out of anybody in this province right now, and being able to give us real factual information is extremely important. We all learned that through the flood, that regardless of what the information is, good or bad, we need the proper information for us to be able to make the proper decisions and know what's going on properly. So thank you very much. Again, I could go on forever on that one. So COVID-19 and how the town is responding to this. Our number one responsibility is for the safety of our citizens within the town of High River facilities. That is why we have closed most of them down. Town Hall is still open. We still have, you know, yes, we've closed the facilities down, but all our essential services are still operating. I'm going to go on a little bit more about that a little bit later, but just so you know, the town's role is very limited in this whole thing, and we've had people come in. Now, number one, we do not have test kits at the town for you. we do not have results of your test, and nor can we access the test results any sooner than anybody else. Getting a test kit is difficult, there's no question. Dialing 811 it's virtually impossible to get through to them. So we want to be very, very careful of what you're doing when you come into the town office. If it's health related, you need to speak to the healthcare providers, and I'll talk a little bit about what's going on as to what all of our role is in this thing to protect our whole community. And currently, we do not have any definitive known cases in High River. There's a new website out that the Alberta government and AHS has put out that kind of isolates and says what's going on in the different regions, and you know, you can have a look at that. But at the end of the day, you don't know. And so what we're saying is assume or pretend that you've got it. That's our best way to be responsible for this. Do not be the person that says, oh, I've got this. It's all a bunch of BS. It's not. It's real, and it's very, very serious. And when you, without a test, you don't know. You may not get strong symptoms. Even if you have it, you may not get strong enough symptoms where you actually go get a test, but you are able to transmit to others. Places, everything you touch, the people you come in contact with. If you're infected, you have the ability to transfer that virus. You have to take this seriously. As far as the, you know, we're not handshaking. Don't do the fist bumps, and don't do the toe tapping stuff. It's too close. It's too close. We need to be 1 meter, 2 meters away. Come up with something. How about just wave, say hi, and be kind to people? It's what I call normal. So that's the biggest thing. Being forgiving and being kind to each other is another huge piece with this. Especially when you're in the grocery store and you're looking for toilet paper and it isn't there. So please stop the massive stockpiling. There are those of us in this community that don't have the means or the space to put a year's supply of toilet paper in the cupboard. But we still need this. If we don't have it, it's really going to get messy. So whether it's toilet paper or meat, or, you know, just be respectful of that other people need these essential items as well. Facebook, even though I'm on it right now, and there are advantages to it, there's a way to use this thing that's good and to get proper messaging out, but I want you to be very, very careful of what you are sharing. And looking at Facebook over the last few days, one of the only things that should be shared are actual, you know, Dr. Hinshaw's stuff, of course, but another great one for a good laugh is Chris Cope's videos out of Nanton. This guy's a rock star as to the way he's handling this stuff, and he's a real inspiration for all of us, and he'll give you a good laugh. Who you don't want to follow or repost is the Dr. blah, 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 you know, physician of everything on earth that supposedly knows everything. Be very careful of this stuff, because most of the time those kinds of posts are put together by some 40-something-year-old dude living in his mom's basement, sitting there in his underwear with a pirated copy of Photoshop, pumping this stuff out with no real clue about what's going on with his posts or his memes or memes or whatever they're called. Memes, I think. And the other piece is, we had an experience in High River this week. Be very, very careful about rumors. If you don't know, don't be spreading it around. Don't be Facebooking your knowledge. it just gets things spiraling out of control, and then others have to follow it up and try to do damage control for their business or whatever. It's very unfair. So I want to be very clear about that, to be respectful of everybody in this community with what you are doing on social media. I'm going to go through a number of things, but number one, with businesses. We've been through this before in High River. This is not new territory, unfortunately, but our businesses need your support right now, even if you can't access some of them. Most you still can. In regards to downtown High River, the shops are still open. Most of the restaurants have the capability of providing services to a number of people, and plenty of parking because not too many people are working downtown because they're all working from home. So can't use that one, folks. But the big one is, you know, support your local businesses. The last place you want to be right now is a mall in Calgary, or a mall anywhere, or Costco. Those are mass gatherings. Those are too many people in there. It is not the place you kind of want to be. So support our small businesses in High River. We need you. And as far as the actual business component of it, and those of you that are business owners, managers, the biggest thing we learned coming out of the flood is, number one, just slow down. Try to take a breath. Contact your lenders, your insurance companies. Find out what's available to you. There's business interruption policies that you might have, and lots of the banks, if you have loans, they're deferring principal payments that can help out and get you through this. But number one, be very, very careful with what's being promoted right now. The government of Canada has said $82 billion is going to be available. Well, you know, thumbs up. Where'd that money come from? Wednesday morning. I don't know. It didn't exist on Monday, but kind of a, hey, Jeff, what do you got left in your savings account? 82 billion. Can I use it? Yep. I don't know. I don't know where this money comes from. It's quite strange. But anyways, they're saying it's going to be available. That being said, it will take a long time to get your hands on that money. I know I'm going head to head with the Prime Minister of Canada right now. He's doing some press release this morning at 11 o'clock, I understand. But just be careful as to what's being said and how much risk you're putting your business into right now. The other thing that we experienced during the flood was loan offers, and offering you carryover loans, no interest loans for 6 months to a year. Be very, very careful of what position you're putting your business in that regard. If you cannot cash flow it last week or last month, if you can't cash flow that thing, be very careful, because yes, it's deferred. It's going to come due one day. We've been through that. So just be smart, know what's going on, ask questions, network with your other businesses, see what you're doing. That's been invaluable to me. So going on to the residents of this community. What I have witnessed over the last couple of weeks is absolutely phenomenal. Everyone is being great about this, from what I can see. Everyone is respecting each other, and it is amazing to watch friends, neighbors, businesses, and everybody reaching out to help each other. Those that can't leave the home right now, there's Facebook pages that you can get in on that'll have volunteers that are able to go grab your groceries and bring them to you. Coffee shops, they're going to deliver the coffee right to you. Seniors only shopping hours at Sobeys is, you know, these are the little things. It's phenomenal to watch as to how everybody's pulling together once again, and this is the way we're going to get through this. That being said, as we go through this, and the longer it goes on, we all know that with the flood, that everything didn't end when the water went away. This is a long-term thing. This isn't going to be any different. But anxiety and stress at home, the kids aren't at school, mom and dad, they're trying to work and keep money in the bank account. How do you take care of the kids? All these things just start to compound with the strength and anxiety. And I'll tell you what, the Snodgrass house is alive and well with it. The last few days, I've had a lot of this on my mind, and thank God I have a wonderful wife that is doing everything she can to hold me together. But she's pregnant. She's taking care of a 5-year-old that's a 5-year-old. Orrin's a busy kid. And then at the end of the day, she's got this 48-year-old husband rolling through the door acting like he's 3. Great. Thanks, babe. I know you got me. Appreciate it. All of this stuff, it's stressful. It's anxious. But give each other a break. Go for a walk. Take some time with your family. Take some time for yourself. You've got to clear your head. Go for a walk. Being outdoors is not off limits to us. So the weather's getting better. It's gorgeous out this morning when I was running. Nice little snow flurry, but the weather's getting better. So this will be go on for us. This is a different experience than what we had with the flood for our mental wellness. During the flood days, we had a lot of stuff to occupy our minds, repairing our homes and businesses. And if you weren't doing that, you were volunteering, repairing the town. And we came out better because of it. Now, we're being told to stay at home, and in lots of cases, don't do anything. Now, here we are, and if you're like me, that inner voice in your head is an absolute maniac that will not quit talking, and then you got your phone, and your phone won't shut up. And you get scrolling through your phone, and it's just overwhelming. And the last couple of days, I've just said, Lindsay put the boundary in for the family last night that there's time, just put it away. And you've got to take a breath and let your mind take a breath. Your phone will be fine. It'll be freaking out again when you get back to it. So don't worry, those things don't quit right now. So as far as the town of High River goes, we are going to be doing a few more things with the website, kind of a wellness corner thing that we're going to be promoting, different activities and stuff that are going on. This is a big learn from the flood days, and we know that the mental health of our community is extremely important, and it will not be dealt with when the virus goes away. There's long-term effects with this. So through our FCSS department and what Shelley's doing, these resources are all available to you. So if you need help, you reach out to your friends. All of us in this community, we've got to be watching out for our friends and neighbors as well, and throwing up red flags when you see something going. Just start the conversation about how people are doing. There's also lots of stuff that you can do, even if you are cooped up at home. There's lots of online activities to stay healthy. You look at what Lisa from down at the Hub is doing with her online fitness classes now. You can log in live and do YouTube workouts. I'll go for my run, Lisa, sorry, but I'm not going to puke inside the house because that's what you'll make me do with your workouts. But you can stay healthy. She's got lots of great ideas. These are the kinds of things that are available to you inside. You can, online resources that are available. If you can't get out, maybe now's the time that you learn to play the guitar, but not the ukulele. These are the times where you've got a little bit of extra time to do that thing that you've always wanted to. The resources that are available for music lessons, if you don't want to, those that are providing lessons, some of them are still providing those lessons in town. If you can't get out or you don't feel comfortable being in somebody else's home, websites like Artist Works, they're phenomenal. The resources that are available, the pro players that you can take lessons from now is just unbelievable. If I had these resources available when I was a kid, I'd be playing music and making tens of dollars. Wish it was there. Anyways, now back to Town of High River and how we are operating internally as far as the organization goes. All of our scheduled public meetings, public hearings, they are all canceled. Your council is not getting together physically. We are doing any sessions that we have are doing by virtual means, because if one of us gets sick, we do not want to be infecting the other members of this council or our staff or the public. So we are doing our best to keep ourselves healthy so that we can continue making the right decisions for this town as we go through. We are having weekly, and there's council gets together with our CAO just to get an update so that we're all on the same page. Those are happening, and then I'm doing these videos. I continue to do these videos at least once a week, just to keep the community aware of what we're thinking and where we're at with it. And when decisions need to be made, we will be holding special council meetings that will be notified to the public. Hopefully we can do them sometime, some virtual means like this, so that you can log in and hear the discussion of what's going on. As far as council and what we're doing to try to help everybody get through this, everything is on the table. Our CAO, Chris Prosser, has absolutely opened it up that nothing is off the table for discussion right now. So, and yes, that does mean taxes are being considered and will be discussed and thought about as to what level we do on that. So these are important things that affect everybody. There'll be more on that. Current projects. A number of people have asked me about the Southwest berm. The Southwest berm is still proceeding as previously scheduled. There is no change to that. The tenders are out there. The only delay that's kind of happening now is some of these bigger companies that are tendering on this. They've slowed down with staffing issues, people not coming in or working from home, and putting these massive tendering projects together is not easy. So there's going to be a little grace period there, a week or two, to allow them a little bit extra time to get their submissions in. But the project is still scheduled to start later this spring, in the summer, and to get that project going. So foot to the floor on that one, nothing changes. Center Street is another shovel-ready project that we have funding for. These are all projects that we can do to keep things moving in town, keep people employed and going on. And you know, things still have to happen. We still have things that we have to take care of, and infrastructure projects like that. We're trying to not allow this to affect them and to continue to get things done. Areas that might get affected is we have the big fire hall expansion, and because some of the components with HVAC and these kinds of things that come from overseas out of Germany, the logistics of that right now probably will be affected. So things like that might be pushed out a year, but these are the kinds of things that we're talking about. Our essential services, number one, our water treatment plant. Jason and his crew over there are working their butts off to keep this going for us, and they did a fantastic job through the flood, and if they made it through that, they'll make it through this. Popcorn, cigarettes, they got this. We're taken care of on that end. So our water, our wastewater facilities, our fire, our police, our garbage collection, all these things are operating as normal. Our recycling facility is still you to use that. Use your social distancing, no towel tapping, just a wave and a hi, normal. Recycling is going to get a little bit busier because the AIM Society announced that their recycling is going to be postponed until further notice. So those people will now be using our facilities for the recycling. So it's going to get busier down there, but just respect each other. Be patient. You're going to get down there. You're going to have to wait, but just take a breath. There's the time to just stare at the pretty blue sky. Huge thank you. Number one, our CAO, Chris Prosser. This guy is working his butt off to make sure that everything is taken care of. He also has a family to take care of as well, as do all of our staff in the town of High River. But Chris, can't thank you enough. You are rocking this thing. You're providing us the information. You are staying calm and keeping everything together. Our HR team with Sonia and Nicole, this thing's an HR nightmare for those of us with employees, and whether it's 2 or 132. You know, our teams at the town are trying to do split shifts and working from home, and doing those kinds of things just create a lot of HR issues in an organization this big. But these guys are working their butts off to make sure that our employees are taken care of properly, and can't thank them enough. All of our staff within the town, whether it's the operations, our fire department, our police department, all of our rec center staff, all of these people are highly affected. Rec center with the closure of the facility, our fire, these guys are walking into these homes, our police department, they are in direct contact, all of our first responders, EMS personnel in town, all these guys, they need our support 100% right now, and we will provide as much information as we can. I will tell you right now, we are not chasing the social media addiction of pumping stuff out every 38 seconds. We will gather our information, we'll do videos. Donna and Michelle are putting website updates all the time out there for you. We're not going to be doing it every 38 seconds. We'll get the information, we'll gather it up, and we'll put things together for you properly with the correct factual information. So at the end of this, thank you again, High River. The stress, the anxiety, it's flood feelings back. It's hard to go through this stuff. But as with the flood, we went through this together, and we came out of it stronger and better for it, because of it. We will do this again. There is no question in my mind. It's not going to be easy, but we've all got each other's backs. Foot to the floor. It's back. We got lots to do. Take care of each other. That is the number one thing that we have to be foot to the floor on now through this one. You just keep your eye on each other. Thank you very much for logging in today, checking this out. It was a learning experience for Michelle and I to get this all set up, but hopefully it worked out. Hopefully there's value to it for you. I'm going to stick, and Michelle's got some questions, I think, that she's going to throw at me here. So let's see where this goes. Again, this video is sponsored by Purell for all your COVID needs. What do you got, Michelle? Don't touch your face. No questions? Wow, cool. If there are some, I know there's been people asking other councillors, and stopping in at the town and, you know, asking what's the mayor got to say about all this. Well, here you are. But if you need to get a hold of me, if you have direct questions as to where you need links, I am absolutely available. My email address is cSnodgrass@highriver.ca. Please do not hesitate to give an ask me a question. If you don't know where to go for some of these resources, I'll try to help you out. If I don't know, I will find out and get you those resources. You've also got 6 other counselors that you can reach out to. Everybody's here for you. So, but your friends and neighbors, everybody's here for it. Thanks again, High River. Rock and roll, foot to the floor. Talk to you.